to the Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. This is going to be a reading, a pick-a-pile reading for the Gemini new moon. I was going to do everyone's individual zodiac sign, but I'm a little busy, not gonna lie right now, which seems very Gemini-like. I'm a little all over the place. I've got my fingers kind of dabbling into all kinds of things. I have some lovely crystals for you here today. So we've got some twin fluorites here. Great for that communication. We've got twin rose quartz here. Great for love, especially self-love and inner healing. And then we've got, ooh, my right hand is itching, y'all. And then I've got these twin citrines that I kind of see as like faces a little bit too. And I do kind of distinguish these as like masculine and feminine. And so that's the thing. For Gemini, we're working with that twin energy, right? This could literally be about just Geminis in general. This could be about twin flames. This could be about just that energy of the twins within yourself, the two halves of yourself coming into union together. There are all kinds of definitions and interpretations of twin and Gemini energy and kind of what that represents for you guys. So that being said, we are focusing on the twin energy as it relates to this new moon in Gemini. And each of these stacks has both a goddess and a shaman animal oracle card. And then we've got some tarot for you. So this is the Kingfisher here on top as your masculine energy. And then Mother Gaia is coming through as the feminine energy for this stack. We've got the seahorse for the masculine here. And we've got the cat energy coming through for the feminine. And this card has been around quite a lot recently in some of my other readings. So that's definitely related to something. This is the Dove card coming out for the masculine. It's very subtle Dove card. There are two people here, a pyramid, two doves. And then we've got the goddess Hel, which we will talk about, coming out for the pile 3. And then for your fourth pile, your masculine is coming out as a snow leopard. And your feminine is coming out as the goddess Diana. So take your pick. I shall return. We will start with part 1. I'll put the time markers down in the video description for you guys, and let's get started. Hello, pile 1. So let's get started. I just want to say, so of course, I always do a personal reading for myself on every new moon, every full moon, like every day. But I did a personal reading specifically for new moon and Gemini energy for myself this morning, and I personally pulled this card for the masculine. Kingfisher energy. There's some lovely kind of astral fish floating around here too. And I love the colors of this because that kingfisher is that bird that can fly over the water. He dives into the water and gets the fish. Like, that's why he's the kingfisher, right? So both kind of air and water elements there. Symbolism of peace, abundance, and love. The kingfisher is named for both its dark crest, which suggests royalty, and its skill in hunting fish. Unlike other birds, the female of this species is more colorful than the male. I read that line earlier for myself, and I found that really fascinating and important. So to me, it's almost like, it almost feels a little bit like the male. And I've been reading this energy too, whether it's literally just your energy or like a person in your life. The masculine energy seems to be taking a little bit of a back seat at the moment, and the feminine energy is for sure rising to support him. So that kind of makes sense with me. In Greek mythology, the bird is the reincarnation of Halcyon and her husband. I believe it's either Ceyx or Sex, Ceyx. Halcyon threw herself into the sea after discovering the drowned body of Ceyx. Her devotion impressed the gods, who then transformed the couple into two kingfishers. In further tribute, the gods also made the seas calm and the weather fair for the 7 days, both preceding and following the shortest day of the year, the so-called Halcyon days. Now, that being said, too, in the southern hemisphere, it is almost their winter solstice. Our summer solstice is in June. It's almost their winter solstice, and that is the shortest day of the year. So this could still be very relevant. I think I'm feeling solstice energy. The female bird's colorful appearance is thought to reflect Halcyon's unmatched love for her husband. The kingfisher is commonly associated with peace and the promise of good fortune. In the painting, Jupiter, the planet of abundance, appears as a reminder of that promise. And we have Jupiter down here. And yeah, Jupiter just went retrograde, and I don't know about y'all, but I have been getting a ton of Christmas songs and Christmas messages and all kinds of Christmas stuff. And I always relate that to Jupiter because that energy can sometimes be like the Santa Claus of these solar system. Like, it can bring you definite good luck, big abundance, lots of guardian angels, lots of just Santa Claus stuff, right? So then when you got Mother Gaia, definite earth energy, right? Mother Earth coming through. Gaia existed before everything. She existed before time. Gaia, the eternal, prehistoric mother, or I'm sorry, okay, let me pause. Sorry, I was just thinking how I wasn't very focused, and then I just mixed up on my words, and it's like Spirit just told me to pause. Which could be that Earth Mother energy kind of coming in just because of the fact, think about how much the world has been on pause lately. So it says, Gaia, the eternal, prehistoric Earth Mother Goddess, is fertility incarnate, moist, mysterious, and strong. She is life energy itself. Everything that lives, breathing or not, overflows with her life. She is the earth and all the powers of the earth. Gaia is not always a consoling goddess, standing for life and generation without thought of consequence. She has an energy and a power that must be approached carefully. That's an important line there. Standing for life and generation without thought of consequence. Because when we want to create something, sometimes we're very concerned about the consequences of our choices. And this is a reminder that you are a divine creative being, and what you truly want to create and have in your life is meant for you to create and have in your life. And there are casualties and pains along the way of everyone's journey. You are not responsible for the pain of others when it comes to you truly creating out of your heart, truly creating out of that Mother Earth, beautiful, divine, feminine energy. Not nothing vindictive, nothing vengeful, nothing that purposely causes others pain, but just wanting to create something beautiful for yourself. If that then has consequences onto other people, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. That's how the universe works. That's how the world works. That's how life works. All bodies eventually return to her, into the black fertile earth, to be devoured and to receive her life to live again. As goddess of the soul, Gaia reminds us that the soul develops in dark places and that ultimately soul must be rooted in body and earth. She is a reminder that we must ground ourselves in the reality of nature and incorporate all sides of ourselves, be they pleasant or unpleasant, light or dark. Yes. So that being said too, I have noticed that divine feminine energies are in the underworld phase. I've had a lot of Persephone energy coming through for me lately too. So lots of discovering your inner darkness, embracing it, loving it, cherishing it, and realizing that it truly belongs there as part of yourself and it's nothing to shut out or be afraid of, kind of deal. And overall, you have some pretty dark kind of nighttime cards. So I feel like in general, this is like the masculine's taking a back seat. And again, it kind of mentioned how the feminine was more colorful. I feel like this Mother Gaia's got all kinds of animals over here. So that's what I mean. Like she's got a lot of spirit coming through. And I just feel like her energy is there to support him. And meanwhile, she is also going through this very deep internal recognizing of self. And so it kind of feels like this underworld phase, this dark phase. Some people, it might feel like a dark night of the soul. So that's the thing, is that it's about that cycle of life and death and rebirth and all that. So if you chose pile 1, let's see what's up with your tarot. Okay, yeah, they want me to leave these like this. Just sit. This masculine is especially over here in this mental energy. Interestingly enough, in a different tarot, the Kingfisher in this other tarot deck that I have is the King of Arrows, which is technically the Swords suit. And here's the Swords suit. So for me, that tells me that the masculine is very much in that mind space. and this is why he's taking a back seat. And this, again, this could be your energy. So your action energy isn't maybe doing much. And that might be because you're more up in this mental space. Especially with this 8 of Swords, very much that mental prison. Ironically, there is a woman in the center of this 8 of Swords. So this almost also feels kind of like a slight protection message. That's usually not what's coming through in the 8 of Swords, but how this is so neatly, it is boxing her in. She is confined. She is cramped. And at the same time, she looks, at least with her facial features, she doesn't look like she's extremely stressed out. It kind of looks like she just knows that she's boxed in and she's thinking really hard about it, right? So this isn't so much that being locked in that mental prison. It's also like if the masculine energy has a woman on his mind, then keeping her in his mind, and that can both be constraining and protective, right? And the thing is meanwhile, he's searching for truth. So this 1 and this 8 of Swords equals that 9 of Swords, which equals kind of like staying up at night. And that's, I still kind of get that energy. Why? Because of this, and because he's searching for his truth, his wisdom, his knowledge, that intellect, that aha moment that's going to come through. And so that's the thing. The masculine energy very much stuck in this mental space. The feminine energy over here, interesting that these cards are both reversed. And this is part of, okay, remember what I was saying about the underworld? Like, here's that underworld. These are in reverse. So you have to be like on the other side to really see these upright. So that's where it's like, I don't necessarily read these right now as a more traditional reverse interpretation. I feel like she's underground because of the masculine energy. And that's that King of Cups. So again, not acting on your emotions. Why? Because you're so deep in the middle of it that you feel confined. Also possibly feeling like this person isn't acting on their emotions, and that's because they're not in that cup space. They're in that sword space. So that's where she's kind of going under and maybe mulling through some things either about herself, not following her emotions and acting on them as a more masculine energy would. Also, possibly thinking about the aspects of children. Now, this is a 4 of Wands. Usually this is like a marriage card. So this could, of course, be the result of a marriage, therefore, and when we think of a union of our energy, right, we want to create something. So there's that creation power. This is definitely union. She's thinking about union, but she's doing it within because of the fact that this person or this energy is still thinking through things. The masculine energy is still thinking through things. The feminine energy is sorting out how to follow her heart, how to come into union with herself, how to crawl out of this underworld. Let's get some more cards for you guys. What is... and again, this could also be literally a child. If you're a woman and there's the prospect of either you wanting a kid or not wanting a kid, or do I want a kid? That's also very realistic for this card in this position. So that's some very, 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 that's what I'm saying. Mother Earth energy, pregnancy, fertility, creativity, giving birth to ideas, people, projects, things. Very much in that phase. Look, she's got this blindfold over her too. That's what I mean. She is like taking a nap. And it's not that she's taking a nap and her energy isn't there. It's that she is putting the blindfold over her eyes to focus more within on what's going on down under, whereas this guy is, or this energy, this masculine energy is just still really thinking about some stuff. So we started over here with the masculine. So what's he thinking about? Or what's the, and if it's not a guy, what is your mind going over? What is this about? Okay. There's the masculine's underworld. There's the masculine's underworld. See, that's what I mean. And this is where the twin energy really comes into play, you guys. Whether we're talking twin flames or just anyone in general, we are all connected to each other. So if this is a twin flame connection, then the masculine is in his mind because he's very unhappy, very unemotionally fulfilled. Wants that emotional fulfillment for sure, not quite sure how to get it. And you see how there's all these women here, not happy with all these women. You see how this, again, there's that protection message, keeping her, it is about confining her, but it's not so much about confining her today in this card and the way I'm reading it. It's more about this, like, keeping you, and even though this is in the mind, the background is green, it's like keeping you in my mind and my heart. And this 8 up here, that's that infinity sign, right? So it's like literally forever, like keeping you in my mind and my heart. Why? Because I know that I am not happy with anything else. If this is not a twin flame type of relationship, then this is like, you're in your mind because you're unhappy. You're emotionally unhappy. You have all these cups and all these options that have been shown to you, but that's not what you want. And what you want is this truth. What's that truth? Love. And this is in reverse. And so some people might see that as, oh, that's like anti-love. No, that's what I'm saying. This is very much, I sense this kind of underworld setting going on. So in his underworld, within himself, he is very much recognizing the truth of what he loves, who he loves, that he truly loves that person. Look at this love. This is shelter. This is, and there's a bit of clinginess in here too, but it's really just almost this thing of like curling into each other, just wanting to be so close and holding each other, being so intimate. That's the truth. That's what that energy wants. That's what your doing energy wants. Your doing energy wants to be in love. It wants to be super happy. It's kind of stuck on how to get there. And again, if this is a twin flame type of deal, or if you're just a Gemini dealing with somebody else and this is a masculine, they are within themselves thinking about these things. And the reason why they're not here handing you a cup that you're kind of sitting over here in your darkness waiting about or thinking about is because they are sorting out a lot. They're sorting out a lot in their heads. They're using that masculine energy, mind energy. What's up? Oh, hey. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and now see, here's that King of Swords, and I was mentioning how this Kingfisher card in my other suit is a King of Swords. So that's what I mean. Look at that. She is taking on the role of the masculine. She is using her mind. She is using her wisdom. That's what I'm saying. Feminine's coming in right now to back up their man, their masculine. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure. Yeah, they want to, yes. Because why? Because she's trying to manifest this union. And she knows she's got all the tools for it. That's the Magician. So that's actually, that's what I mean. That's a strong masculine energy. But in this deck, it very much comes out as this, looks feminine, almost could be slightly androgynous, right? And that's definitely some unity energy of the idea of like a male and female coming together. We think of angels as androgynous, right? That's that holy divine energy. That is some manifesting power. That is uniting both things. She is, and again, if this is not about a person, if this is about a situation, a love, a pastime of some other kind that is not actually like a relationship, you are trying to manifest this union and you are using your wisdom, and it just said your God-given intellect. You are using your wisdom and your God-given intellect to really think about this, because this king is opposed to this king, technically speaking, but again, mirroring each other. And that's because she's dealing with this in her underworld. She wants that cup. She wants that union. She wants to create that new project, that new life, that child, that beginning. And she wants that. And she's just, man, she is so strong right now. Strong. She is a boss. She is rolling like a man, buddy. She's rolling like a man. And, but the thing is, she don't want to be. She wants this beautiful feminine energy. And it looks to me like the masculine really wants some beautiful feminine energy too. So What's going to help this energy come into union, right? What's going to help this energy come into union? Whether it's within yourself or a relationship. A little bit of distance, yeah. Okay, no, they want this over here. So for the feminine, some distance. You see how this red matches up? That's what I mean. Okay, and look, it's over here too. Yes, that's that wisdom. That's that magician power. She already sees this manifesting. But these wands have not quite touched the ground yet. And that's exactly where her eyes are going. It's not this distance that she's looking at. She's looking at, when are these wands going to touch down? And look, there's two. There's that twin energy. When is this going to touch down? And she's keeping distance from it right now, because if she gets too close, she gets too excited, she gets too worked up. That's that fire energy. That's what I mean. If she gets too close, she gets worked up, and she's, and that throws her energy off. She is rolling strong. She ain't trying to come down from the strong energy. She's trying to pick her man up with her too, in a sense. Pick up her action energy. She's trying to motivate herself to do something. You're trying to motivate yourself to do something. And you got to still have a little bit of distance from it. You're still too close to it. And that's where watching this last little inch of these wands touching down and making contact with the earth, and then becoming, who knows, trees. These are, again, it's like we're talking magical, right? So wands are made from wood. Maybe they touch down and become trees. Maybe they become something else. She's kind of like waiting a little bit. And what's up with this masculine? What's going to help bring him towards some union energy? Or that side, the action side. What's this one? Some nostalgia. My hand's shaking hardcore over here, my right hand. Some nostalgia, some reflecting. This is a Six of Cups. This is looking back. I've been reading this card a lot lately too, about like the inner child. So some inner child healing. This very much can then, of course, lead to looking back at the past. Six of Cups is also usually some soulmate energy too. So it's like literally, and you can kind of attribute that to twin flames. In a different deck, I for sure read that card as twin flames. In this one, it's kind of like, So that's what I mean. It's like Six of Cups in a traditional deck, nostalgia, childhood, reunions, past energy, soulmates, love, connections, that kind of thing. So yeah, and look, okay, and you see this too? Yes. You see how they're both kind of echoing, like their heads are both going this way. It's kind of like, that's the thing. They're literally, that's what I mean. They're literally doing the exact same thing. They are pausing and reflecting. He's healing, or the action energy is healing some inner child wound. And this to me feels just like a general feminine wound of, and it wanted me to take back wound, a general feminine energy of pausing and waiting to see what manifests, because that's exactly what feminine energy does. And then what's our hidden wisdom card from Spirit that will also help bring this together? So this Eight of Cups is slightly different from some other decks as well. I read this very much as like going out as a single individual. Still some of that reflecting energy. And you see how that 2 and that 6 become that 8. It's kind of like a decision. Ooh, okay, that decision. Sorry, it's a double message. Hang on. For some of you guys, it's a decision to be single. For some of you guys, this is that union energy, that 2 and that 6 becoming that 8, this person merging into one person in the middle. And then usually an 8 of Cups is very much about like walking away, which I kind of see in this interpretation as like a single individual. This figure always reminds me of like the paintings from Manet and Toulouse-Lautrec and all of those things where it's like the French cafes and the leisure time. And that's where I see leisure time. It makes me think of like being single, or at least independent enough, separated enough, distant enough, reflective enough, that you maybe take yourself out to like a cafe and you go sit by yourself and you enjoy the silence and the peace by yourself. You enjoy this cup by yourself. So very much still kind of that walking away, but in this strong way of like, you know what, I need to sit and just enjoy myself. And that's exactly what I feel like in general needs to come through for both of these energies. It's like you need to sit here and enjoy yourself because you obviously are seeking happiness and love and emotional fulfillment, and that's beautiful. You need to heal some things because, yeah, that's beautiful. Feminine, super strong, maybe a little too masculine, but at the same time, that's what apparently is really needed like right now, because I feel like the masculine's taking a back seat, and it's okay to pause and reflect on this distance. It's coming together. Y'all are in the same place. If these are people, y'all are in the same place. If not, the two halves of you are working in tandem, even though it might not feel like it, right? That's what I got for you, new moon energy for this pile one. I'm going to move on to some other ones. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will check you out later. Thanks. Hello, pile two. If you chose this pile, I'm really digging this pile. I'm feeling the beach vibe lately, right? It's like summertime. It's time to get out of our quarantine if we can. Lord help us all here on this planet. Okay, so for our Gemini new moon, you guys, if you chose this pile, so right off the bat, we've got this wonderful seahorse masculine energy. I like this card though because there's a woman inside the seahorse. And despite this card being related to feminine energy, what I always say, remember that seahorses, it's the men that get pregnant. And to me, this is what that idea that the masculine is pregnant with. It's this woman. And that is either literally a woman. Again, this is Gemini is twin energy. So it's either the union between your two halves of yourself. An actual relationship could be twin flame relationship. So that's what I mean. This is either emotional energy, creative energy, or it's very much that feminine. She's even got a little star in the middle of her chest. That's like her heart. So that's what I mean. It's like his star girl. Little rock star. In a way, I just heard that, little rock star. So then we've got for the oh, I'm sorry. Hello. Let's go back. Seahorse symbolism is strength, guidance, transformation, and feminine energy. The seahorse is a symbol of power. It has frequently appeared in the coats of arms of European nobles, and it is associated with valor and bravery. It was the steed of the Greek god Neptune, or Poseidon. Hey, okay, Neptune energy coming through for this pile, for sure. Poseidon, ruler of the sea. Neptune was frequently depicted amid huge curling waves in a chariot pulled by great seahorses. The seahorse's ability to negotiate the roiling seas, a symbol of physical and spiritual transformation, signifies its role as a guide in times of change. Because of its curving form and association with water, the seahorse is also imbued with feminine energy. This feminine aspect is emphasized in the painting, which shows a woman's shapely form within the creature's body. That's what I'm saying. The masculine is manifesting his feminine energies in general. Emotions, creativity, an actual woman. And we have the goddess Bast, who has been hanging out with me, especially through Taurus season. This card keeps coming back. Definitely a message for me personally. Cat energy, y'all, is everywhere. Bast, or Bastet, was the Egyptian goddess who appeared in cat form. The Egyptians highly revered cats. The word for cat, Mao, or Ma, also denoted light and was cognate with the word for mother. The cat is a lunar animal and also a solar animal representing the power of the sun as reflected in nature. So again, lunar and solar animal. There's some more twin energy in here. Since the cat is an earth animal, Bast is also an earth mother goddess, a giver of life and abundance. In touch with her wild, instinctual nature, she is also a protector of women during childbirth. Like a cat, she is fiercely independent and belongs to no one but herself. Bast is one of the more joyful goddesses. So definitely some joy, playfulness. I've been getting that message too. Her elaborate festivals in the town of Babustis were renowned for their joyful dancing, embodying a cat's gentler aspects. Bast, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, okay, so that's a message today because you're in my second reading and I have been tongue twisting all day. Spirit wants me to slow down a little. That's part of that Gemini energy too. And let me tell you, my son's a Gemini and I always tell him to slow down on everything in life. So let me just breathe and pause for a second. Her elaborate festivals in the town of Babustis were renowned for their joyful dancing. Embodying a cat's gentler aspects, Bast is a personification of life and fruitfulness. The quintessential life-affirming mother, she reminds us to be playful and relaxed like a cat and to find occasions to celebrate life. Very much, okay, in general, let me just say, feminines are in some darker energies right now, not in the, like, super negative way. And I was saying this for pile 1. I definitely feel like this underworld rebirth cycle thing coming through. My masculines, I feel like they are also very much kind of going through their stuff. Feminine energies are coming in super strong to support the masculines from what I have been sensing and reading so far. So that makes a lot of sense to me about this also being feminine energy. That's what I mean. It's really time for the divine feminine energy to step in, and it's coming in very strong because it's trying to build up the masculine energy, which again, if this is not a person, this is your action, you're doing energy. So you're planning on doing something, but you're building up the momentum for it. And this card, the feminine energy, encourages you to be playful and joyful and celebrate, because that positive energy is what cycles it all back around to you, right? Let's see what's up in your tarot. Knight of Swords. Ooh, nice Queen of Pentacles, though. The World. Okay. Notice these really strong, full, beautiful feminines here in the very center. See that feminine there in the center? That's what I mean. And this is part of that underworld process right here. When I say underworld, we get reborn from the underworld, right? So this is like that point, like you're literally at full term. The masculine especially, look at these two pregnant. The masculine is spiritually pregnant, y'all. And I've gotten that a lot too. In the sense of like people mentioning old movies. Like there was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they mentioned like he suddenly became pregnant in like a science experiment or something. That's what I'm saying. The masculines are pregnant with an idea, and the feminines, because they are used to being that pregnant person, are like, let me help you with that. Yeah, we're coming in to help you with the childbirth. So that's one thing. Let me catch up on some rest of this. So the first thing I noticed though are these two very strong women here in the center. And that to me reminds me of this. It makes me think of that core. It makes me think of the feminine energy being at the core of whatever this is. So your feelings and emotions especially. However, this Queen of Pentacles is really strong. Really strong. Look at how beautiful she is, right? She's got the garden. She's got the beautiful dress. She's got the nice hair. She's got this gorgeous gold pentacle, very much resembling a halo. Some Virgo kind of energy, Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, all that earth energy, being good with money, managing your resources, very much a wife and a mom. Like, yeah, that's the core of this energy. And there's that mom energy. So I feel like the masculine wants to bring that into fruition in a way, but then we've got these swords on the side. So looking at it's getting all mixed up. Ooh, okay. All right, Spirit. And that tells me because all of these energies are coming into union. And again, if you're a twin flame person, there's that kind of union. If this is just like a relationship, then coming to some kind of, something. And then if this is also just you within yourself, coming to that union of the idea so that it can be born. Your feminine energy, not putting up with any bullshit, that's for sure. This Knight of Swords is an extremely fast traveler. Usually comes to... I'm having a hard time reading this one right now. It's like my brain's kind of foggy. Ooh, maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's why she's not totally making a lot of moves right now. Because she's kind of foggy. I feel the same way over here for that masculine too, that Six of Swords in reverse. It's kind of like y'all are, okay, a knight travels And this card is specifically about traveling too. This is about the person itself, like that knight, an individual really traveling. This is about like anything. It's a little bit more of that progress, right? Both mental energy. So in their mind, I think this is a double reading in the sense of the feminine's not putting up with any BS, so she will send that knight in there to cut some stuff out. It's in reverse, though, because I feel like this is within herself. She's not putting up with BS from herself within. Why? Because she is standing in this, and she wants to stand in this, and she ain't backing down from this. The masculine energy, the doing energy, is trying to make this transition. Look, it's literally like sailing to this, wanting to birth whatever this is. And having some issues again, because I feel like there's like some brain fog kind of in here. It's like there's clouds in the way of your sailing, or there's obstacles in the way of this knight getting there. It's like they don't get to move as fast as they want to. And that's a key word right there. They don't get to move as fast as they want to. So let me check out, I want to see what's up with this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, can I get a clarifier? Yes, I may. Okay, yeah. Hang on, let me put this up here. Slide these up for you. So under the Knight of Swords in reverse, we got the Hierophant in reverse. I just heard review. We did just have 4 planets go retrograde. So, okay, I feel like maybe, okay, the feminine's on a quest also within herself to review some of the things that have to deal with this card. So spiritual beliefs, for sure, wisdom type of thing. Can do with like organized religion and church, can do with marriage. Anything that's like an organized kind of institutional type belief system of society is really what we're dealing with this card. So that's what I mean. She is evaluating and cutting out the BS of old belief systems. Cutting out the BS of old belief systems because they do not serve her anymore as this queen. Ooh, my nail just got snagged on my tablecloth. Hang on. She's cutting out old belief systems because they aren't serving her as this queen. Hang on. Half of my cards just like flipped over. Interesting. Okay. What about this Queen of Pentacles though? So like what's she all about? What's she want? What makes her feel good? That kind of stuff. What's this Queen of Pentacles about? Okay, this came out in pile 1 too. Yeah, because she's manifesting like a boss. That's what I mean. She is all about mastering, number 1, mastering her masculine energy. Now, even though this Magician comes out as a little more feminine in this deck, this is usually a masculine, specifically that divine masculine. Very much the conjurer, magician, like that's the magician, right? Makes things happen for themselves, has all the tools that they need to make it happen. And that's the whole thing. She wants to step up from just a queen. She wants to become that magician too. She's not happy just sitting by managing the coin as a nice pretty wife. She wants to be running that stuff and manifesting it for herself. What's up with the Six of Swords over here? Maybe. I saw that. I like to close. That's a lot. They got a lot to say, though. This masculine got a lot to say. This masculine energy. Why are they not moving fast? Because of these 9 of Swords. And look, you see that? Even though that one's a 6 and this one's a 9. Wrapping up a cycle for sure. Yeah. All up in their head. All up in their head. That's that mind fog. Yes. so much sword energy in my masculines right now. They are really using their minds, and some of that is in a good way, and some of it is in this way that's just really not serving them well. This Four of Swords. Okay, so in a traditional deck, this is a card where you kind of see the person sitting up in the middle of the night with clutching their head like that. And that's where people say, like, something's keeping you up at night. That's very much what this card is about, too. And with that being said, with this in reverse, I really feel like that's the deal. This guy can't sleep, dream, possibly even eat. This is rest. This is sleep. This is all about resting your mind. And this person, or your mind, if it's just you, cannot rest. Said it won't let it rest. Exactly, won't let it rest. Why? Because they really want to get together and communicate. But they don't know how. This is in reverse too, that's the thing. You see how much all these lines are like mirroring each other here. Yeah, they definitely, if it's a person, they're not making a very fast transition, and the whole reason why is they are so up in their mind space and they can't get out of their head. They're not getting any rest. They're not getting any sleep. They're not letting this die. They're just circling around. It just said they don't want to let it die. And yeah, that's the thing. This Eight of Wands. So there is no communication between these two halves right now, or desperately. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. I just got a song. I don't know all the lyrics to it. It's an old one. It's from the 90s. It just said desperately wanting communication, and the song came in. It said, the chorus is desperately wanting. But I think the only lines I can think of are, I remember us running through the wet grass, falling a step behind. Dun, 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 desperately wanting. Something like that. It's a 90s song, 90s rock song. Yeah, I remember running through the wet grass, falling a step behind. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, he's a step behind. Because she's beasting it. He's a step behind. It's both of us never tiring, desperately wanting. I believe that's the line. I'm pretty sure that's the line. I remember running through the wet grass, falling a step behind. Both of us never tiring, desperately wanting. I think that's right. All right. He obviously wants this. What's this baby? What's this project? What's this feminine? What is this? What does he want? Woo! Nope. Yes. Okay. He needs time for himself, but this is the first thing this said to me, though, was wisdom. The Hermit is all about choosing to go within and find that wisdom, choosing to isolate themselves so that they can find that wisdom and just connect with spirit. You see this big, beautiful kind of blue swath of energy coming through. Yeah, he needs some time, and he might be very busy too. That also might be, that's the thing. Like, he might literally be so busy that his mind can't stop either. And that's where the feminine's really coming in to kind of help do some stuff. Needing some time alone to isolate, to find that wisdom. Why? Because he really wants this home, this happiness, this 10 of Pentacles, the whole shebang. He wants the whole enchilada. And he can have it. It's in the upright. He can have it. It's there. It's his. But again, this Nine of Wands coming in kind of in reverse, it tells me a lot of people will say the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior card. Like, you have to pause and reflect on your journey before you can continue forward. So you count your scars, you count anything that came along your path so that you can, you know, collect the wisdom from that. And maybe that's part of this. And this is in reverse. So still going through that, not wanting to be that wounded warrior, wanting to be steadfast and push forward and communicate and get some freaking rest too. But for sure, this is like, I don't want to, right, like it's about healing. Like he needs healing. He wants healing. I don't want to be wounded anymore. I want some healing. I want this 10 of Pentacles. I just heard in my head because I know I deserve it. Sorry, I don't know why Spirit made me. I was just going to look at the bottom of the deck and then Spirit told me to shuffle. So apparently there's one more that wants to come out. What else? Y'all, that's a lot. But it gave us the Sun card. And I'm just going to roll with that. There's like a whole bunch of other cards under here. 2 Kings upside down. Yeah. Emotions and money. Balance. Yeah. His emotions and his money's out of balance. He's craving that Sun. He's craving that 10 of Pentacles. He's craving that happiness. And within the Sun too is that union. That man and that woman holding each other. Look, and there's the divine feminine and divine masculine spirits overhead shining down upon that union and loving it and approving of it. And I think that's more than anything what he wants is, you know, what good is a relationship and a 10 of Pentacles if Spirit said it's not for you, it's not right, and then that kind of stuff, and then takes it from you and that kind of stuff, right? And it's not that Spirit necessarily takes things from us to be mean, it's that there's certain lessons involved. And I think that's where it's like both the feminine looks like she learned her lessons, like she's standing super strong. The masculine is still learning his lessons. He's trying to get here. And that's where it's like, I think part of it is he really wants that sign from Spirit that's like, yes, you can have this union. Whether it's a relationship or, again, that idea, a concept, what have you. It's pretty beautiful, pile 2. Feminines, support your masculines. They are spiritually pregnant and they have no idea how to handle that mess. So I'm going to move on to pile 3 now. Thank you so much. We will see you guys later. Hello, pile 3. Thank you for joining the channel today. So if you chose this pile, you probably chose off of one of these top 2 cards. So this is the Dove card, and this is coming in on the masculine side. And you see these feminines here, and then there's like these 2 doves that kind of intersect, and there's this beautiful pyramid. This is such a spiritual card. This masculine energy for sure, I believe, wants some peace and for sure some alignment and I think some nurturing. I haven't read this card. Sexuality, peace, divine inspiration. The dove has long been associated with female sexuality and maternity. Early pagans considered the dove a symbol of the female sex organs, and Christian faiths, in which the dove is primarily a symbol of peace and divine inspiration, linked the dove to sexual reproduction. This man might want a baby. My right foot is really hot right now. Like my foot and my calf are tingling on the right side. Although Christ was born of a virgin, he was conceived by the Holy Spirit, which is represented by a dove. In Greek mythology, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was born from the egg nurtured by a dove. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, it's like I did a pick-a-pile, and it's like all my piles are connected. These masculines right now have ideas, and they're spiritually pregnant, and they really want to birth something. And it's about this sacred sexuality. And when you, it's not just about sexuality as in physical bodies. It's about energy. Feminine energy takes a long time to grow and manifest what it is going to birth. For humans, it takes 9 months. You know, for like elephants, it takes like 2 freaking years. For masculines, what do when they're having intercourse? They fire one shot and they're done, right? That's that masculine energy. That's that sword. That's that penetrating. That's that one shot energy and it's done. They are not used to taking their time on something. They are not used to being pregnant with these spiritual ideas. And that's the whole thing. They're learning like the other, it's like, ooh, okay, walking in each other's shoes, learning the other aspects of the feminine energy. That's beautiful. And meanwhile, in your feminine energy, you have the goddess Hel. And this is, I love this card. I love this goddess. Hel is a Norse queen of the underworld, a mother goddess in her underworld guise. She rules over a fiery womb of regeneration and is especially responsible for those who die of disease or old age. Her underworld, like the Christian hell, which received its name from her, is simply, it says unlike the Christian hell, which received its name from her, is simply an other world, a place of renewal rather than a place of punishment and misery. When northern shamans visit her realm, they put on a helcape, a magic mask, or sometimes a helmet, that renders them invisible. It is possible that the masked harlequin, a standard character in commedia dell'arte, was originally one of the kindred of the goddess Hel. Hel is an embodiment of the divine mystery, a challenge to look behind the mask of appearances to see things as they really are. Yes, masks. Now, that's been a theme for the general collective of humankind now for quite a few months. Wearing a mask, taking off the mask. Should you wear a mask? Do we need a mask? Is it safe to wear a mask? You should wear a mask. No, we don't need masks. Like, masks have been all over the energetic spectrum because of coronavirus, because of everything. And because we've been in quarantine, a lot of people are going within themselves into this underworld space and trying to take off their masks, trying to look at themselves for real in the mirror and see that inner darkness. And that's why I love this card. It's not about punishing yourself in hell. It's not about creating your own hell for yourself. It's about understanding that when you feel certain ways and you have to go within, that there is healing to be done. And that is what happens in the more feminine aspects of the underworld. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's up with your tarot pile 3. Ooh, all right, hey. Ace of Pentacle coming right out for that woman, that feminine energy. So definitely some kind of new solid venture. Could bring some money, could be a job, could be house related. Very strong Egyptian energy coming through this card. She has the Ankh of Life, very Isis energy. That ace, that total potential to make a solid new start. And that red of that root chakra, that seed, right? That, yeah, totally. Earth energy all the way. Ooh, yes, the star. It wants me to wait on that one. All right, okay. I tell you what, I lied, pile 3. I didn't lie, but to me so far, this masculine in pile 3 looks like he is having a better day than the last 2. So let me just kind of sit here for a second. The masculine energy is moving slower than the feminine. Excuse me, bless me, Lord. Yeah, the masculine energy is moving slower than the feminine. This Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in a deck. It's earth energy. He takes his time, right? Definitely takes his time. Definitely bringing you possibly some opportunities of solid relationship, solid job opportunities, solid something like that, right? Something very physical that you will see in the real world. And meanwhile, what's taken him so long, he's counting all these cups. And this is actually like a woman too. You know, it's usually the headdress that kind of throws me off, but of course the body depicts clearly a feminine. Lots of pregnant women coming through today too. So that's what I mean. The masculines are spiritually pregnant. They're at that 9-month mark. They're counting all the cups, getting ready to deliver this. It's taking them a while though. In the meantime, the feminine energy over here is totally going after that coin. Now I want you to pay attention to this dandelion. I literally just on my Instagram, if you go to my Instagram channel, which is listed in the description of the video, I just posted, I'm doing this Instagram challenge right now where I'm just posting, you know, the photos for the theme, the topic of the day type thing. And one of them was wish. I literally posted this like on the 19th or the 20th of May. And it was all about how I believe blowing dandelions is totally like the best way to deliver your wishes. Like I'm old school with that. Like you wish on dandelions and that's that wish. And not only that, that's that dark wish. That's your deepest heart's desire. That's your wish. The one that's going to heal you out and bring you out of this darkness. And what does it bring you? This Ace of Pentacles. You see how that pentacle here is kind of mirroring that little thing there. That's what I mean. It's like watching that dandelion turn from like fluff into a solid coin, into a pinnacle. Yeah. So you made some kind of wish. You're watching it come to fruition as a solid pinnacle. And that brings you a tremendous amount of healing that makes you feel like you are on your path, makes you feel understood, loved, held. The star card can be a little tricky in all kinds of decks, but that's what I'm catching off of this today. Feeling understood. You see how this person's bearing their face in this person and they're holding them and everything. It's like, that's the whole thing. It's like feeling understood, feeling noticed, feeling like someone heard you and answered your wish, answered your prayer, and totally came through. So, all right, that's great energy. That's pretty good energy over here too. I like this pile. I like this pile. So what's up? Let's start with those masculines then. I'm just gonna leave it open. What other cards want to come out for the masculine side of this energy? Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. Trying to find your next passion. That Queen of Wands is very much about business enterprises, talents, being awesome. You see how she's got all these suitors in the background too, and she's like totally standing on her own and ignoring them. So that's what I mean. It's like you've got all these other things that maybe are trying to catch your attention, but you are, and this is that feminine energy. So again, this is internal fire spirit energy. There's something you're passionate about, or you're trying to figure out what exactly that next new thing is. So that's why you're counting your cups, because you're kind of, could also be like, that's the thing. This is opposite. So counting your cups over a woman, counting your cups, and she's missing. I need more. What's up with this Queen of Wands? Counting your cups. Okay, hang on. I don't know how many of these you can see. I don't know how they wanted to lay them out quite yet. Okay, counting your cups, not socializing, not going out, not mingling with people right now, trying to kind of keep to yourself. That's why you're over here counting these cups and not out with these people, drinking with these cups, right? So there's a little bit of that, separating yourself, just counting your blessings. These cards, these reverse cards are not coming out in a way that I think most people would read them. I read them a little differently. So this is telling me I'm trying to be strong, like trying to hold out. Sitting back, standing back, looking at all that you have and all the bounty that you already have in all of these cups, instead of going out to find that bounty and abundance in other places with other people. And that's working on that inner strength, not needing to go get all these other cups with these other people, just counting your own. That's got you moving a little slower than usual, but you're feeling pretty strong and steadfast. My right ankle just totally, like, it was like someone just grabbed me. So not moving as fast as you want, but definitely moving solidly and steadfast. And you're either moving to something that is an inner passion, or this is a person, a woman. What's up on this feminine side? What's up with these feminines cards? This one, Knight of Wands, okay? Look, there's a queen and a knight of the same suit, so she is definitely going after her passion right now. especially once she gets that pentacle, she's going to take off. Yeah. Because she's trying to, again, complete a cycle, give birth to something, bring it into fruition. And that's that star healing that she needs. Yeah, she's been working on this for a while. Very steadfast. Again, that fire energy going in there, being very bold, very strong. Anything else for these feminines over here? No, they said no. Okay, so that being said, looking at it all together, this Queen of Wands came right into the center afterwards. I feel like a combined... Okay, so again, remember, it's not always about two people. You could just be a Gemini, and this could just be your energy, feminine and masculine. Your feeling energy, your intuition, all that stuff. Going after this pentacle, going after this healing, this recognition, this love of that kind where you're just being held and understood and really feeling on your path. Going after it quite boldly, quite steadfastly, really getting in there. Knight of Wands is very fast energy, just like really going in for it. Why? Because you just know it's time. Like you're about to pop this idea. You've been working on it for a while. This new beginning, it's finally here. Let's do it, right? That's the whole thing. What is that for her? Could be becoming this Queen of Wands, right? Being born from a knight into a Queen of Wands. Sick and tired of being a knight, ready to get that promotion. And again, there's that pentacle too. So that could very much be a promotion for somebody working on it, right? Trying to get there. And then for the masculines, kind of taking some time to pause and reflect emotionally, financially, separating themselves, really working on some inner strength. Because they also want this. And this is, again, where if it's a relationship, they want this queen, who she's trying to become anyway. They want this queen. If it's not a queen, then it's a similar idea, similar project. And again, if it's just you, this is what you're after. This is the project. Some kind of beautiful Queen of Wands, feminine, fire energy. It's on the bottom of the deck for you guys. Ooh, there's that King of Wands. Look. See, because he's trying. Yes. Yes. If that ain't a relationship reading, I don't know what is. If that's not a twin flame reading, I don't know what is. But that being said, and he could have been reversed. In which case, I'd say they're mirrors. You know, either way, that's the thing. Trying to be that king to match that queen. Taking his time, moving a little slow, building inner strength, just counting his cups. Yeah. And not only that, that's an upgrade from the queen too. So we go from knight to queen to king. So this could also just, if it's you as an individual, like literally, why? Because you literally trying to get up here. You want this first, and then you want that. Or it's that unity, that beautiful Gemini lovers, twins unity, right? Woo! Great. Great for you, pile 3. I'm about to take that. Just let me know if you have any questions. I'm moving on to pile 4 now, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you. Hello, pile 4. Thanks for hanging in there if you've been watching the other readings. If not, welcome to your pile. So if you chose this pile, we start off with this masculine coming in as this snow leopard card, and I really love this card. It's a very spiritual card. Symbolism of stealth, strength, and purity. Leopards are phenomenal hunters, known for their stealth and ability to stalk prey. The snow leopard, which lives in the mountains of Central Asia, is among the more mysterious of the species and was believed to have drawn the blood of its human victims without eating the flesh. By feeding on the life force, blood, and avoiding weakness, flesh, the leopard was thought to maintain its strength and purity. So this is very much about resisting the temptations of the flesh. And that's not just about sex. That's about all the things that are of low vibration, that are not serving us. The life force, that blood that they mentioned in the card is spirit. pure energy. So drinking up that life force and not being consumed by the meat, the flesh, the material things of this earth. That is a beautiful card. And then we have this really lovely version of Diana coming in here. So Artemis energy. Diana, of course, is the Roman version. So Diana is the ancient lady of the beasts, called by the Romans Lucina, goddess of the light. As mistress of wild things, she is especially responsible for anything young and vulnerable, be it wild or human. She is a goddess of solitude, comfortable with the wilderness and with great silences of nature. She represents the mystic, primitive identity of the hunter and the hunted. Ooh, so there's that double dynamic, right? That twin energy, hunter and hunted. Diana is a moon goddess, symbolizing the moon in its crescent phase. She stands for the virgin, a self-sufficient, free goddess who lives life on her own terms. Yes, that is so much divine feminine energy right now. Especially a goddess of women, she's related to all phases of female existence, from infancy to menstruation, through birth, nursing, menopause, and death. Diana stands for the part of us that is at home in the wildness, at home with our primitive, instinctual nature. That's what I'm saying. Divine feminine energy coming in super strong. And if you haven't watched the other readings on this pick a pile, which you don't have to, but I'm sure you will notice the exact same trend. However, this fourth pile, this masculine is either sorting through some of that materialism, self-indulgent behavior, or rather waking up to the fact that he needs to be very much connected with that life force, with the spiritual feminine standing strong in her Diana Huntress Virgin Goddess power. So what's up with your tarot cards? And again, this could be just one single individual, your feminine and masculine energies. This could be two people. It could be a twin flame relationship. Gemini is all about twins, lovers, brother, sister, all that kind of stuff, right? My fingers are twitching hardcore on this one. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, that me snatching my tablecloth, I was trying to see if that meant anything. Okay. I do want to say that sitting here right now, definitely feels a lot heavier energy-wise. Lots of heavy energy in my like crown and third eye, kind of tired, and I can totally see that. This Three of Swords, not only is it usually the traditional like heartbreak card, jealousy, envy, kind of any kind of emotional pain that, you know, shocks you and really comes in there and hurts you. God, I'm like really exhausted on this reading and I haven't even started. I'm just gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep pushing and see what comes out. I just really get the sense of tiredness, and that's where I come in with this Three of Swords and this Ace of Wands. This feels like the beginning didn't happen. It really hurt, and we're freaking exhausted over it. Which might have pushed the feminine energy into that strong goddess energy. And she might be tired, but she ain't going back down. She's standing in that goddess energy. But it's still just like, man, like she might be really tired. The masculine is trying to come in with some kind of emotional offer or news. Doesn't seem very deep. Kind of seems like hesitation. With this Four of Pentacles, might be holding back, holding on to something. And you see how this other woman is like literally behind his back? Like, that's the thing, like bringing the cup over here. But there's this other woman kind of behind his back. So that's what it's just like, Might very much have to do with some Three of Swords. And yeah, maybe holding something back or holding on to somebody. Definitely need more cards for this one. Oh, no. Oh. No, okay, it just corrected me. Holding back from her. And not her as in shutting her out, her as in temptation. That body, the body, like, see how much, I mean, I know like this is a full figure over here, but this figure itself is actually like a lot bigger here in this frame. I just got kind of something off of that, like literally trying to hold back from thinking about her as a physical object, person, thing. That temptation of the flesh type deal. Trying to focus more on some spiritual matters. And that's where the gaze is coming to that feminine. The feminine energy is that spiritual flowing energy. But, ew, bless me, sorry. These feminines over here are, from what I was gathering, pretty freaking exhausted. Let's see. What's up? I want to see this feminine energy first for you guys. What's up? Okay, what's up with the Three of Swords? What's up with the Three of Swords? Okay, that's a lot of cards, but they want them. I think it's for all of them. You might not be able to see everything quite yet, so give me just a second. So many cards. She got a lot on. She got a lot going on. Not feeling at harmony within herself emotionally, not feeling at harmony with others. This Four of Cups is a little different in this deck. The hand kind of over the heart is very much about just being at peace, being at harmony with others. So not feeling very much like you're in harmony with others, and she wants that to stop. She wants that to stop. And that either means cutting some people out of her life, or she's got to find what's within her that's causing disharmony. What about her energy is not jiving with other people's energy? Because she's so independent and strong. This is that beautiful Virgo energy, Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. Like, just, ooh, my lights just flickered. I don't know if you saw that, but they did. That's what I mean. Like, she's just so strong and independent. To the point that I think it broke her heart. See, you see these two right here? I feel like this is like back to back. Like, yeah, almost like, because she's always so strong in that Virgo energy, sometimes it can hurt her. Being a Virgo, I'm going to say yes. Because for sure, I mean, this is anybody that gets up into their mind space and can kind of hurt themselves. But Virgos especially are those perfectionist type people. And that, I mean, that's just what this card kind of represents, that type of energy. Perfectionist, organized people, definitely on top of their pentacles and on top of their game. But that's the thing. If they're not, they will totally get inside their head and without better words, fuck themselves up. That's kind of part of the key here, I think. It's like, I feel like this feminine is very much like, she's got wands, she got swords, she got cups, she got pentacles in reverse. It's like she feels like her whole kind of world is in reverse, and that's what she wants to cut out. She wants that BS gone. She is sick and tired of feeling like her world is out of order, not in harmony, hurting her, not getting the things that she wants, not manifesting. She's tired of that. And what is she choosing to do about it? Become like a man and be that King of Swords and choose to use her intellect and her wisdom. so that she can free herself from that mental prison that she's blocked herself in. That's exactly what this is over here. So she can get out of that mental prison, and then she's got the moon in reverse. Yeah, because she's living in some fear, some darkness, some isolation. But this is where I've been saying the feminines are going through some kind of like rebirthing underworld cycle where they're really truly discovering themselves. So this moon card, Diana is a moon goddess, like literally either becoming that goddess in the process of being born into that energy, or just kind of like mystery, fear, confusion, incubating for a while as all of this kind of clears and does its thing. What else? Oh, it's time to switch over to these masculines. That feminine had a lot to say there. Slide these over even more. I know you can't see everything anymore, but just kind of clear up my space. All right, tell me about this then, Spirit. Tell me about what's happening on this side over here. So with this masculine energy. Ooh, he coming with the truth, y'all. Big things come in small packages. Victory, truth, yes. New ideas, yeah. Big things come in small packages. What else on here? What's up this Four of Pentacles? Holding back. Holding back until it's an equal give and take, an equal balance. This is very much nurturing energy. This is also that mother and son kind of energy. So this masculine might be feeling more in his, and again, this is a knave. So very much craving some nurturing, craving some kind of give and take balance with the feminine. So holding back, and that's why he's kind of coming in as this knave, this younger energy too, because it's kind of like, I think she might need that, because that's the thing, she's going through so much and it's very intense over here. It's like she has to have that gentle touch come in as that younger energy, more innocent and free, friendly. And that's what's going to help establish a little bit more, I feel, of this give and take. But that's especially what he wants. And he's kind of holding back until he senses he can get that. And it's kind of a mixture of like, I don't want this to end, and maybe this needs to end. It's like a question. Is this going to end? And having this ace right here, that's a plus 10 equals an 11. So in between that portal of like this 11 card, there's that equal give and take. And that's the only way I think it's not going to end, is if we get this equal give and take. Let me get one more on this Ten of Swords. Yeah. It's not always marriage, but definitely feeling like that. I've been reading this 5, this numeral, Roman numeral 5 as a V too. So it's like victory, marriage, like unity. That's that spiritual, the Hierophant is, you know, could be kind of like clergy, organized religion, marriage, spiritual studies, spiritual beliefs, kind of like wisdom in that respect. So very much organized systems of society. So that's the thing. It's like, yeah, he's like trying to inch his way over here, but she's like, woo, like kind of got some stuff going on. And he's bringing the truth with him when he comes, though, y'all. He's coming in kind of shy and timid as this Knave of Cups, but he is bringing a big ass sword, and it's not a painful sword. You see this victory wreath? This is a sword of victory. This is a sword of truth. Direct communication. And right now he's holding back because trying to find that equal balance, that equal give and take, that nurturing energy again, especially if this is between two people, between them. So especially if feminines aren't in communication, he might literally be waiting on you to talk to him. And while you're not, that's where it's like he's holding back because he wants this nice, he wants to be this person also, but this isn't necessarily like that divine masculine. This is that wise, that wisdom, that spiritual leader, that priest, that kind of like a, not quite a Merlin, but somewhere in between that, right? Like got some spiritual knowledge, got some magic and spirit stuff up his sleeve, but definitely about the studies and the organization or that institutional practice of like order when it comes to spiritual things such as marriage, divine union. So that's the thing. It's like he's kind of questioning, is this going to end? I really want this, but we got to have this. I'm bringing you the truth, but I'm holding back. Like, ooh, this is a little intense. What's Spirit's message here in the middle to bring this into some union, whether it's between two people or just between you and your mind and your heart and your soul? The Star, some definite healing energies coming in. When I see this card in a different deck, it tells me to follow my path, follow my soul calling. So I'm going to say that too, because I always get that with the Star, just follow that soul calling. But this is very much about that much needed hug. And that's where the healing energy comes in, right? This person is just burying their head in this person's chest and they're being held and comforted. All the beautiful little stars and gold leaf, like they are totally getting wrapped up and immersed by this person and all the stars and energy that's here in this card. They are being held. Hug yourself for this person too. Just said don't hold back. Okay, I just got a Britney Spears song. Okay, yeah, I just got this Britney Spears song. It said, oh God, what is it? Don't let me be the last to know. Don't hold back. Just let it go. I need to hear you say you need me all the way. So if you love me so, don't let me be the last to know. And this feels like that moment of recognition. It's like, if you love me so, then tell me, right? So that I can finally collapse into your arms and feel this healing hug. Don't rush it. Don't rush into it. This beautiful healing hug, this beautiful healing hug, this beautiful union, this beautiful coming together of energies, whether it's people or just within yourself, it's going to feel 20 times better. Spirit promises if you don't rush on it. This Knight of Wands is very, very, very fast energy, very passionate energy. Do not go riding in, trying to hurry up and get this truth, trying to hurry up and establish this balance. Like this Ten of Swords over here is still in reverse. It's still just kind of like, it's not time yet. Don't rush into it because you're going to spoil the healing that comes out of it. Ooh. There is a pain in my right. I guess I'm going to call it my, nope, wait. It's like, there's like this triangle space on the right side of my body. It's like not quite my heart chakra. It's like the ribs below the heart chakra. And then it's like kind of over here close to solar plexus. And it's kind of like over here by a spleen too. So it's kind of like our liver. There's kind of these there's this pain over here on the right side, like in the rib cage, sort of under that side of my body. That's what I mean. That's that healing. That's that healing. Don't rush it. It hurts right now, but do you know how amazing it's going to feel if you just let spirit do its work? Do not rush it. You will spoil it. It's just like a Christmas present. If you go touch it and rush in or try to go deliver this message to somebody that isn't ready to receive it, you're going to spoil it. And you're going to spoil it for yourself. Last card, last card. Last card, Spirit. What you got to say? Nope. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Don't, no. Okay, sorry, that card slid. I just wanted to check it. Yeah. Don't be the knight, be the queen. Don't be the knight, be the queen. The queen sits back on her throne and manifests what she wants with the sheer will of her beautiful fire energy. She has lots of options, lots of suitors, lots of people fighting over her, lots of attention. She's not looking at them. She's focused on what she wants. And that's the other thing. Focus on what you want. Do you want this healing, or do you want, to spoil it for yourself? Do you want to rush in and ruin it, or do you want to sit back and be patient and really get this beautiful healing that you're looking for? This star. And that's the other thing. It's a star. Like, who doesn't want a star? Whether you're talking about a person or just like some beautiful little shining idea, who doesn't want a star? So be that queen and you will get that. This is all about sitting, manifesting from within, using that internal beautiful power, waiting, listening, just kind of taking more of your time. You're not a knight and you're not a king yet either. So this is not like super like established and I just rule my kingdom. It's like teenager energy versus mature woman energy. Don't be that knight that rushes in and spoils everything. Be that queen. Sit. A queen knows that everything that she needs and wants will come to her. It shall appear. It shall manifest. And that's what she wants. It's that. So wait on it. This very much reminds me of this Artemis card up here in a way too, with the way that their bows and their wands are kind of, so that's what I mean. It's like, be that goddess, be that virgin huntress, be that strong feminine energy, and just wait and mind your own business, manifest from within and attract all of that to you that way. Because if you go rushing in, you're not going to get what you want. So that's what I got to say to you guys. Thank you, Pal 4. I hope that was a good reading for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, y'all. If you enjoyed the videos and they resonated for you, let me know which pile you chose. I am working very hard on my website. It is very close to being done, and I'm super stoked about it because I'm going to start giving out services. I said giving out. Apparently, I'm going to be giving out services. I'm going to be offering my services soon. I'm going to do dream interpretations. Dreams are my #1 kind of spiritual gift, so I primarily work with that. I'm going to be doing tarot readings, Reiki healing sessions. I'm also a Reiki master. I'm also kind of in the process of lining up some new Reiki certifications as well, different styles of Reiki. I don't know. I'm just blossoming myself lately, so I'm going to have lots of services to offer. As soon as that website's ready, I will let everyone know. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Gemini season.